represent sports for the culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Malo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Buggy, man.
Just the greatest sports show on the planet. La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say. We back. It's your favorite sports show, Gas Presents Sports for the Culture. I'm tonight's host at Bryce XXV Double I, aka Mr. Big Leaguer. As always, I'm joined with the Dream Team. I'm joined by the Dream Team. Let's start with the bottom right. Introduce yourself, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, I promise you guys a pack will be going out, and the pack sold out. The Bryce pack has been sold out. Smoke, it was lovely smoke, pause. And then the fucking Yankees are going to the postseries, baby. I'm having a great start of my week. We clinched a postseason berth, and I went 2-1 in my fantasy league. I'm having a great week. Great start to my week.
I hope your week gets significantly worse. All right. Shout out to you getting the W over me, man. I know that's your Super Bowl, getting the regular season win over me. So enjoy it while you can.
I'm in first place in our league, baby. You ain't beating me out of here. Pause.
Enjoy it while you can. Bottom left, introduce yourself.
T-Buggy, wash your hands, wash your ass, man. Now, head coach of high school JV. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey.
yeah, little promotion. But yeah, man, I'm whooping ass in fantasy too, G. So, you know, one of these days you got to walk into the Reaper.
Unless Big Shirley is taking care of your account, I'm not worried about you.
Hey man, me and Big Shirley about to start a podcast, man. We cooking, you know what I'm saying? She on the pick'em, I'm on the fantasy. Like we might as well start it up.
Yo, like I said in the group chat, congratulations. I haven't seen 11 in a row that she got?
Got 11 of them things, yeah.
Hey, bro, your resume isn't good. The Big Shirley can start a podcast.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Resume B, you don't have podcast starting fantasy football podcast resume. All right? You don't get to start a podcast off of a 3-game success story. All right, bro? You got to do it for a whole season and multiple seasons.
Multiple? Okay, you got to have a dynasty.
There you go, bro. I'm not trying to listen to advice of a guy with a hockey chip and in a 2-1 start this season, bro. I need a little more history than that. But shout out to you, man. Both of you and G with the strong starts. We're gonna see where y'all finish. Top right, introduce yourself.
What up, man? Scruff Skywalker. You feel me? It ain't about how you start, man. It ain't about how you start, man. It's about how you finish, man. Shout out to the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles, man. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles, man. What a fucking ending to that game, bro. Big boy Jordan Davis reminding you, big fellas, don't skip cardio, man.
That was definitely one of the more improbable victories, not only of the weekend, but that I've seen in a little minute. I definitely thought the Rams had y'all, especially after the way they played y'all in the postseason last year. It seemed like they might have y'all's number. You know, they did the best against the Eagles down the stretch last season. And then to see y'all come back like that, it was impressive. Y'all definitely have a lot of different ways to win games. We're going to get into that. We'll talk Eagles. We're going to talk a lot of other things, NFL today. So let's start it off. First thing I want to start with tonight is these 3-0 teams, man. You guys know how it is early in the season. And we've all seen those, like, percentages and those odds of what it means to go 3-0 and how that increases your percent chance of making the playoffs and things like that. So my first question for the panel tonight is, who is the best 3-0 team, currently undefeated team in the NFL right now? I'm going to run down the list for you guys. We got the Eagles at 3-0, 49ers, Buccaneers, which is, I don't know. I know a lot of y'all were high on the Buccaneers. We've also got the Bills, the Chargers, and the Colts. That's probably the biggest surprise. Who do y'all think is the best team out of that? And then we'll get to who may be a pretender out of that. Out of those 3-0 teams, I'm starting with you. Who's the best one?
Nah, you already know that's an easy one for me, bro. The Eagles is obviously the best team out of the bunch. There are a lot of good teams, though. Honorable mention to the Bills and the Chargers right now, playing great football, if you ask me. Chargers might be playing the best football in the NFL. But the answer has got to be the Eagles because of just the continuation of just getting shit done. You know, pedigree of winning the championship. The pieces, so all said, you got to go with the champs. You got to beat the champs before you could be at the top. So unless the Buccaneers win this weekend, the Eagles remain the team to beat.
All right. Well, I didn't ask you who the team to beat was. I asked you who the best team was.
We'll be the best team for sure, without a doubt.
I feel you. I do feel you. I mean, I feel like as an Eagles fan, I would probably feel pretty good. But at the same time, it's like, in my opinion, it hasn't been like super impressive thus far from the Eagles. Maybe I'm tripping, but that first game.
That's one way you could look at it. I could see how you could look at it.
Against the Cowboys, a bit of a, bit down to the wire.
I see. I see. I'm not done here. See, I feel like I got to hit you with a Jalenism. See, here's the truth, man. A skilled sailor, a smooth sea doesn't build a smooth skilled sailor.
I thought a putty cat.
Basically, what I'm saying is like you need to go through some shit. That's how you become a skilled sailor. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? A smooth sea never built a skilled sailor. That's what it is. And that's what it is with Philly, man. You're finding that we finding different ways to win the games. I was saying we couldn't get it done through the air, and we did get it done through the air. Right? AJ Brown cooked. He was unstoppable when he needed to be, right? So we got it done when we needed to be. Maybe sometimes you be bullshitting a little bit. You be trying to be a little too clean with it. You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, okay, we gotta get right. So I feel like, I think we could. There's multiple ways we could win the games, bro. I think good teams find a way to win the games that are like that, and I feel like the really good teams. I think the difference between a good team and a great team is when you get punched in the mouth. What are you gonna do? You punch in the mouth and you lay down, cool. You get punched in the mouth and then you come back, different. Down 20 something, you know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do when you're back against the wall? Good teams are not out of the game by any means. That is the same way that Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs were during their best stretch. When they were at their peak. And I see a similar thing with the Eagles. It kind of reminds me of the Chiefs last year, to be honest. Which is like where they just kept winning these close games, just getting it done, and they're just like somehow they just find a way to win these games. And that's kind of where I feel like Philly is at right now.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that. I hear that. You guys have found some different ways, so I gotta give respect where it's due. G, who do you think is the best out of these 3-0 teams right now?
It looks like I'm about to end up wearing that stupid ass Justin Herbert bullshit ass shirt because I gotta go with the Chargers, man. They beat two good teams. I mean, you only could define a team by the schedule, but you can't judge them really too much off the schedule whether they're good or bad teams. That is their schedule that they're given, but their defense only allowed 50 points. The next best team is the 49ers with 49, but they're so injury brittle. It's like, how long can they keep it together? But then again, like it's hard to argue Nick's point. Like the Eagles are winning. Whether we like to say this shit out loud, they are winning. They're just as much as a complete team as the next. Every team doesn't go to the flaws. It's all about the head coach. And both head coaches between the Philly and the Chargers are one of those head coaches right now that are trying to win. And damn, why am I saying the Chargers for it? I don't want to say the Chargers. I would say the Bucks is next, but to me that's but overall, let's not forget about the Bills. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and forget about the Bills because the Bills are doing it crazy. Someone told me that they're doing it, what they call it, the wishbone offense. A coworker was telling me how they're running it. They're running it with like multiple tight ends. Like, you don't know who's really the number one. You just know that their number one quarterback is in the Bills, and that's what should be considered like the number one team because of a quarterback. But for me right now is the Chargers just because overall their defense and their head coach. And then second and third and last, I'll give it because they have Justin Herbert.
Yeah,
for sure.
No, that's you laid it out. You laid it out for sure. I mean, I think I'm with you on the Bills, bro. I think the Bills are the best right now. And like you said, like the way they're getting it done, it seems like it's going to be very tough to stop. It seems pretty unpredictable. Seems like they've got a couple different pieces that can really hurt you. Like Are we going to let James Cook beat us? Is it going to be, one of these tight ends? They got a good combination right now between Knox and Kincaid, both getting it done. Keon Coleman's had a couple clutch catches like to start the season. He looks like he's coming into his own. That boy Shakir looking like a problem. Like, bro, I like what the Bills are doing. And yeah, maybe this is their year. I feel like we say it like not we, but you know what I mean. Like the consensus every year the Bills have a shot for the last few seasons. They haven't got it done. But they look good early, and Josh Allen's looking pretty unstoppable. T, who you guys is the best team out of the undefeateds?
I think the Chargers are playing the most complimentary football. They're getting done on both sides of the ball. Their stars are being stars. People making plays when you need them. They're not out there making 1,000 mistakes. But I think the Bills are the hottest team by far. Like you said, so many pieces. How do you stop that? You know what I'm saying? When you draw it up on a whiteboard, what do you say we're going to focus on? Because if all else fails, Josh can run. So I think the Bills are the hottest team. They haven't had a scare. I mean, have they had a close game yet? They probably scored. I mean, how many points did they score? Like 7?
About the first game against the Ravens, they won by 1 point.
I mean,
No, was it one?
They scored 40 points, right?
41-40.
Okay. All right, that was a scare, but they dropped 40. Like, hottest team by far. And the Ravens, I mean, I think what's interesting about this conversation is, right, we're not mentioning the Chiefs. This is the first time in a long time, right? We're not talking about the Chiefs, and that's what makes this conversation a little bit more real than in the past. You know how you just said, we always say this year, I don't know if it's always say because you got the Chiefs on the opposite end of the spectrum. So being hot right now could very well get you a chip, or at least get you out of the AFC. I do like the Eagles for the fact that I can't remember the last time somebody beat them. And I can't remember the last time somebody beat them convincingly. So to get up off that mat like Rocky, man, you know what I'm saying? That's why I put that gif in there, that Adrian, because I knew that's where it was going. I didn't know it was going to be a kick, a block kick, but I just knew. You saw the momentum shift. We felt the momentum shift. And like Scruff said, man, good teams find a way to win. And the average and the mediocre teams will find a way to lose, like getting your field goal block. So, yeah, I think you can about those top 3 teams. But for my money right now, if I said, hey, do a quick tournament, who's going to make it out? It's the Bills.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there. So, I mean, like, we ran down a list of 3-0 teams, and there's like, some of these were to be expected. Eagles, Bills, right? We probably could have drawn that up before the season started. But some of these have been a bit of surprise. So I want to know, like, who are y'all's biggest surprise teams so far, these 3-0s? There's a few of them in there that's like, really? And I'll start with this one, man. I'm going to go with the 49ers because, like, I came into the season feeling like everything had to break right for the 49ers, right? And shit has not broken right, but they still getting it done, and that's impressive to me. Like, when you feel like shit has to go 100% right and it goes like 25% right, but you still end up 3-0, that's impressive, dog. That's impressive. And it's not like, I mean, Christian McCaffrey's been solid this season, but it's not like he's not lighting it on fire. You know what I'm saying? Joey Bosa hurt, right? I'm Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa. Quarterback goes down, right? Like, Mac Jones stepping in, like, but they 3-0. Impressive stuff to me. Scruff, who do you think is the most or the biggest surprise team that you've been impressed with is at that 3-0 mark right now?
It's got to be the Colts, man. It's got to be the Colts, bro. Colts 3-0, right? Yeah, got to be the Colts, bro. I mean, I'm sure you can run some tape where I was talking crazy about the Colts. I was like, oh, you know what I mean? They're not going to win shit. And they won 3 games. And I think, matter of fact, I think I said exactly, I said I would put my life savings that they wouldn't win more than 7.5 games, right? So luckily I didn't do that because, like, I would have been fucked because, like, the Colts look good, bro. Colts look good, bro. Daniel Jones playing great football. They the first team, the longest any team has gone without punting in the history of the NFL. Daniel Jones led offense. So, yeah, the team looks good, bro. Jonathan Taylor is playing probably the best football of his career. Probably the best football of his career. Every time I look up at the screen on Red Zone, he was getting a touchdown, bro. Insane, bro. Good team, bro. Really good team. They quietly had a great offseason. Really filled a lot of holes in the team. Defense looks good. Yeah, the culture around. Culture going to be around. And I wouldn't be surprised. I think they're going to be a playoff team. You know, I think they're going to win that division. I think they're going to be a playoff team.
All right. G, who you got? Biggest surprise, 3-0.
Yeah, just to say what Nick said. Like, who would have thought Daniel Jones could run an offense, giving an offensive line? Like, Jonathan Taylor looks amazing. Like, he's looking like, if you drafted in fantasy, consistency-wise, he's your number one running back right now. He's playing legit. Daniel Jones, I think he's like a top 5 fantasy quarterback right now. Like, it's fucking nuts. We're sitting here a year ago. We thought this man was washed. Yeah, no one thought that he should have been a starting QB. And now look at him running the offense. And he's not falling when he's running. This is absurd. Like, this is really that. It's nuts. As a Giants fan, you're looking at it and you're like, damn, Daniel Jones. Excuse me. Let me reiterate. As a former Giants fan, you're looking at it and you're saying, damn, Daniel Jones. This is what they talked about. Talking about when the Manning's family sanctioned him to be the next up and coming QB. This is what New York thought they were going to get. Instead, he goes to the Colts and he does everything. Sometimes they say, when the lights are too bright, can you shine there? And look where he's at now with the Colts.
Yeah, good point, bro. Daniel Jones balling. I don't know. Might be a little fool's gold. We're gonna let the season play out. T, most impressive team at 3-0. Who you got?
Who's the other 3-0? We got the Niners, the Colts.
Niners, Colts, Eagles, Buccaneers, Bills, Chargers, and Colts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got. I mean, yeah, night and day. It's got to be the Colts. I mean, nobody was on Daniel Jones. I'm not gonna say except me, but except me. I didn't know he'd be 3-0. I knew he picked this team up off the map, but I knew that he wasn't a terrible quarterback. What's interesting about Daniel Jones is his numbers were comparable before the season, comparable to Trevor Lawrence, right? And I think he's performing the way we expected Trevor Lawrence to always perform. And sometimes just being in a good situation, good system helps that. So I mean, obviously it's the Colts, right? The Colts fans didn't even predict that. They were complaining. You know, some of those guys still wanted Anthony Richardson to play. So that's got to be the biggest, surprise. The 49ers are not a surprise to me. I think we quietly had the best offseason. If not, we had the best draft, hands down. I mean, last 2 years, I think we've got maybe 8 starters, which is almost unheard of in drafting. We got 5 alone this year. So, I think the Niners are a surprise to a lot of people, not to me, though. I always knew this defense was going to bounce back. I knew the window was not closed, as some people like to proclaim that window was closed on the Niners. Now we kicked it in, buddy. We kicked the window in. But I'm going to let the season go a little bit further because, man, injuries and all that. Like,
what happened with Nick Bosa? Is it season ending?
ACL.
Ooh.
ACL. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, we'll see what happens with the Niners. But right now, I'm just having fun watching all these teams. But the Colts are easily the biggest surprise, man. Easily.
Yeah, I mean, the Colts are definitely a surprise. I just go with the Niners. I feel like shit had to break right for them to be good, and shit is not broken right, and they still good. But all right, let's dive into one of these one of these divisions a little more, right? Because I mean, we've got some 0-3 teams out there. Some of those that we would expect. We've also got some surprise 1-2 teams. Some of these teams that we thought were going to be good when the season started that have got off to a slow start. And I think one of the more interesting divisions right now is the AFC West, right? Because you've got the Chargers sitting up top at 3-0, but then you've got 2 playoff teams from last year who had high hopes coming into this season that are 1-2 in the Broncos and the Chiefs. So my question for you guys is, right, when Scrub made me think about this a little earlier, he said, I was going to put my life savings on this, right? So if you had to put your life savings right now on either the Chargers or the Chiefs to win the AFC West, who you dropping your life savings on? And obviously Chargers 3-0, Chiefs 1-2. Well, who you putting your life savings on, even with those records right now? Scrub, starting with you, since you like to bet your life savings.
Ooh.
My eyes is telling me to go with the Chargers, man. The eyes are telling me to go with the Chargers, bro. I know G's like a historical data guy. You know, he like really into the brand names and shit. I'm like really paying attention to what my eyes telling me, bro. And the eyes is telling me that the Chargers playing the best football in the NFL right now. Great defense, great offense, bro. They won that game clutch. Hit me that parlay. Quentin Johnson, everybody wrote him off, man. Looking like the breakout star wide receiver of the year, bro. Really anyone can play wide receiver in that system, it seems. And one thing I was realizing, too, about the Chargers is, and here's some historical data to back my point. Harbaugh. That's all I got to say. Harbaugh. Second year with the 49ers. Harbaugh went to the Super Bowl. Right? Looking kind of like a similar trajectory. I don't know. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers do win this division. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers went to the Super Bowl, because I do think there is something here. And I do think Harbaugh is at the center of all of it.
All right. Chargers getting that love. T, man, you got your entire life savings. You can only throw it on one team right now, the 1-2 Chiefs or the 3-0 Chargers win the division. Who are you going with?
Chargers, man. Same reason Scruff said, honestly, man. Harbaugh, like, I've been part of that Harbaugh experience, man. He is a motivator of men. It doesn't last long, though. You know, he's not going to win for 10 years. He's not an Andy Reid, Bill Belichick. But what he can do is get the most. It's like a car engine, man. He can run it red. You know, you might win a couple races, but eventually the motor blows. And you know, right now they're gonna win some races. And the Chiefs honestly remind me of post KD Warriors. It's like you see flashes of it. You know they still got it, but like the ball don't go in like it used to. Travis Kelce don't catch the ball like he used to. Pacheco hit the hole like he used to. Kareem Hunt don't break the tackle that he normally would have. Patrick Mahomes doesn't slip and scamper for 40, you know. So my eyes are telling me that team would just be happy to make the playoffs, not dominate the league. They would just be happy to make the playoffs. And I came into the season thinking that they were on this like revenge tour. They wanted to get it back in blood. I don't see that same hunger when they're on the field.
Okay. I'm getting some surprises. I thought we might go to a different direction. 3-1, 3-0 Chargers or 1-2 Chiefs. You got to put all your life savings on one of those teams to win the AFC West.
I'm going with the greatest quarterback of all time, Patrick motherfucking Mahomes. Let's not forget the motherfucking Mahomes. And the fact that you say the post KD era, can we all recall what happened after KD? Did the Warriors win one more?
How long did it take?
But did they win one more, sir? That's all I asked. I didn't ask for nothing else. The question is it yes or no?
How old is Mahomes?
Mahomes is what? He's still like 26?
So he could certainly win another one in the next 7 years, and your prophecy will be fulfilled. That speaks nothing to this season.
But that has nothing to do with what I said. You're not gonna go into this little circle about no. But did they win one? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. And what did the Warriors need for the team to get their shit together? They needed some of the old players that were hurt to come back, and the younger players to get their shit in order. And that's literally what we're seeing with the Chiefs. They got a missing receiver with a shoulder injury, and they have another one that's coming out of suspension. He's going to be healthy come mid-season. Now you're talking about he getting all his offensive weapon. And if you look at the month of December, who has a tougher month that month? And if you look at the schedule, the Chargers are going to go against the Chiefs, the Eagles. If I'm not mistaken, hold on.
You don't play now?
Yes, you do. You guys, is the Eagles.
We do.
Then the Chiefs, then the Cowboys, then the Texans, and then the Broncos. Compare that to the Chiefs. What them boys got? Them boys got they got Tennessee. They do got Tennessee. They got the Chargers. They got the Texans, the Broncos, and the Raiders. Like, who has an easier slate? And it's gonna come down to that month. And not for nothing, I believe in Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. The ball bounces your way. Eventually, when it stops, it stops. And I still believe in that Andy Reid. That defense is still playing strong. It's not like the defense are like just giving up on games. Even with those losses, they kept it tight. Like it's just their offense got to get their shit together. They need their weapons back. And if you're the Chiefs, you go pick up another running back, and there's somebody over there that still got the juice in them. Pause. And Alvin Kamara, you go make a trade for Alvin Kamara right now, because Pacheco in it and Kareem Hunt in it, and they're not opening the offense for you. You need a running back, and I think that's one of the missing keys right now. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, bruh. If I had to put the life savings on one of those two teams, even with the Chiefs at 1-2 and the Chargers at 3-0, I'm dropping the life savings on the Chiefs, bruh. Like, G, you made a great point with that December schedule. Let's not forget, the Chiefs still got to see the Chargers again, like at the end of the season. Not when, it's fresh and new and we ain't figured out who's who yet. At the end, when it's going to be established what's what. Yeah, I got to preface this by saying, like, 3 games in, we really don't know what we think we know. All right? Scrub never lets me and Rome forget that time we was talking about the Commanders at 3-0, whatever we were at that time. But, like, yo, you really don't know what you think you know at 3-0, bro. It might look good right now, but one of these 3-0 teams are not making the playoffs. And that's a fact, bro. That's almost a guaranteed fact. So I'm not saying that the Chargers not going to make the playoffs, but what I am telling you is the Chiefs will be there when it's the end of the day. The Chiefs will be there, bro.
Who do the Chiefs have next?
The Ravens.
Chiefs got
Ravens, Jaguars, Lions. You didn't mention that, G.
Over for them.
All right, we'll see, man. Ravens, Jaguars, Lions.
Baltimore
Raiders.
defense can't get their shit together.
The issue is they're going to
They're
dig
hurt.
a hole, bro. They're going to keep digging. If they keep digging a hole, they're not going to be able to catch up on the division. Because the question was, who's going to win the division?
This is a must-win game.
Yeah,
For both teams.
Both teams. For both teams.
Is that the primetime game or is this a 4:00 game?
That better be the prime time.
4
I don't
o'clock?
think- I figured much.
Crazy work. America's game of the week, I suppose. But yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting, bro. But if I had to put the life savings down, I'm going with the Chiefs. That's an interesting thought experiment, though, because 3-0, we think we know, and it might look good, but we really can't be sure yet. And I think the NFL has shown us time and time again when we record this on Tuesday nights that we really don't know nothing early in the season.
Yeah.
But let's keep it moving off this topic, man. Good stuff right there, fellas. Next topic I want to go to is I want to talk some defense, man. We've seen some really strong performances early in the season. During the offseason when we were talking about like offense and defenses, I was telling you guys that, like, in my opinion, just watching the last few years, I feel like defense has the most chance of like changing hands. And what I mean by that is, like, defense is not typically all that consistent. You can go from having a top defense to having a mediocre defense real fast. You can go from having like a bad defense to being in the top half of the league in just a year's time. Typically, offense is sustainable year in, year out, right? Good offenses are going to be good offenses that can go on pretty long runs of being a good offense. Like, look at a team like the Ravens, who we thought would have a good defense after last season. Not looking like it so far, right? And then you bring in a team like the Packers, they add one piece, and now that defense is looking all world, right? So early on, man, I think we got a couple defenses, 3 defenses in particular, looking like they might be creme de la creme: Packers, Browns, and Lions. Which of these defenses have y'all been most impressed with? And if you think it's a different defense, by all means, go ahead and shop that defense out. T, I'm starting with you.
I mean, I think the 49ers got the best defense in the league, personally. And I think you're sleeping on the Chargers defense. But just from the 3 you named,
it can be somebody different. It can be a different defense. Who like, what defense has impressed you the most?
I honestly think it's the Browns, man. Like, to me, like, to have a team that has absolutely no offense and you're even in games, and then you beat a playoff team. You beat somebody's Super Bowl contender. You know what I'm saying? Not the Scarlet Knights right out of the Survivor League. I think the Browns have a generational defense, man, and it's so crazy to watch them pick up the slack for that terrible offense. I mean, they're playing Joe Flacco, Jerry Jeudy. The best player on the team is Harold Fanning on offense. You know what I'm saying? When Judkins is back and he looks all right, but right now Harold Fanning looks legit. But that team is abysmal on offense. So when your defense is winning games for you, it reminds me of Ravens with Dilfer, Bears with Grossman. I don't know if the Browns will go that far, but it's like that's the round we're talking about where we're going to be in it just because our defense showed up.
No, I like that, bro. Brown defense definitely serious. Was that?
They did get blown out again. I think somebody threw a bunch of numbers on them. I can't remember, maybe week 2. But still, the Browns defense, man, because it's just tough to play at that level, knowing that the offense is going to come off the field and you going right back out there.
Yeah, I think it was the Ravens that put up a 40 burger on them.
Yeah, but that's a division game. Like,
I mean, I hear you, but you're giving up 41 and you telling me they're generational. But the Browns defense is impressive, dog, and they added some pieces in the offseason. I love that linebacker they got, bro. What's my man, Carson Schweisinger, UCLA? Man, I was high on him coming out of the draft. I thought he was going to end up being the best LB in the draft. He's been showing out, bro. Great pick. But I do like the Browns defense. It's formidable. They had to bring Myles Garrett back. Great decision. It was a no-brainer to most of us, although they faked like they was going to trade him. But great decision to bring him back. That defense is going to be tough all season. But I think you made a great point, T. Is like, can the offense give them enough that the defense can get a rest? Like, you know what I'm saying? The defense on the field too much. It's going to be tough, bro. But we'll see if the offense can balance itself out. I think they're on the crash course of starting one of them rookie quarterbacks, though. It's just a matter of time. I don't know if it's going to be Shedeur or Dillon first, but it's looking like it's coming. Scruff, who are you most impressed with defensively?
Man, you really threw me off when you mentioned that Ravens game. That has to be considered.
41 is not like that's not a normal number, bro.
Yeah, that has to be considered. But like honestly, the Browns were very impressive in that last game because to me that was a battle of two of the best defenses in the NFL. So I think that does, as Bryce would say, when two things are very relatively equal and then they go head to head, you know what I'm saying, then that means something and shit, right? And obviously the Browns offense is much worse than the Packers offense. So like that does weight towards the Browns. But they did give up 41 points. We see the Ravens can really put up numbers, but they can't hold the game together. But that's another conversation. So I would put it like this. There's like 3 teams I would put as my top 3 defenses. I would say Cleveland probably is number 1. I would still go Packers number 2. Cleveland, I think, has the best, at least yards they give up per game. So just overall best defense. Packers, I'll say, still right up there. And I'll throw the Vikings in there. I think the Vikings are a hell of a team, hell of a defense. If you look at their games, they've actually probably been one of the more consistent defenses across the joint. They held, the Bengals to. Actually, you know what? The resume is not really there, but I'm just telling you, trust me, it's a good defense. It's a good defense because, like, they basically won that whole game on defense, bro. Like, Carson Wentz played well, but, like, 2 defensive touchdowns in one game. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a rare occurrence, but yeah, Vikings defense, that's a good unit. Like y'all said, like you said, Bryce, they won 12 games with Sam Darnold. So I think the Vikings are gonna. I think they're a good defense, and I think they're gonna be in playoffs too.
All right. G, what defense has impressed you the most? Is any standout defense that you feel like could lead their team far this year?
I gotta go with the Vikings, man. In fantasy, they threw up 30 points. I had no way.
I still lost to your bum ass. I still lost to your bum ass.
My one league that I had, I went against them. They threw up 30, and I couldn't recover from those 30 points. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, normally when a defense gives you 30 points, that's like a recipe of success for that week.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I mean, total touchdown, they only allow 5 tubs thrown at their way. So that defense, and look how close they kept it with the Bears when the Bears look like they're about to run away within the first half. I mean, for me, it's the Vikings.
Yeah. No, I mean, Vikings have been impressive. That last game was like crazy, bro. Like, I mean, every time I had the red zone playing, and it was like every time I looked up, a Vikings player was taking something to the house. I'm like, what the hell is going on here, bro? I think one player, the one corner, had like 2 touchdowns of his own. Crazy work. Like 4 or 5 forced fumbles in one game. Yeah, they was going stupid.
Yeah, watch, man.
But you know, one defense that hasn't been mentioned that I've been super impressed with, man. Another young defense, bro. Young defense, young stud corner, young stud linebacker that I really believe in, bro. Seattle Seahawks, bro. And the Seahawks have done something they haven't done since 2013 on the defensive end. That's hold their first 3 opponents to 17 or less points. That's impressive to me, bro. You holding folks to 17 points. That's a recipe to win. And I get they played the 49ers game 1. They held them to 17. Steelers game 2, held them to 17. And then, big win over the weekend against the Saints. And obviously the Saints ain't too much to write home about, but held them to only 13 points. They haven't done that since the Legion of Boom, bro. And they brought in that boy McDonald from the Ravens as their head coach, and he was supposed to be a defensive mastermind. It's looking like the Ravens defense has been trending down a little bit. Well, Seahawks defense seems to be getting better and better. So that's another defense I'm going to be keeping my eyes on as we go throughout the season. Sam Darnold has proven if you give him a solid defense, a couple weapons on offense, he can make something happen. I'm really keeping my eyes on the Seahawks. That's another surprise team for me so far, 3 games.
Cardinals, 49ers, all 3 defenses will finish in the top 10, maybe top 8.
Yeah, hard to argue with that. Like, at least 3 games in. Like I said, I've been really impressed. And the other thing I like about the Seahawks defense is they're young, man. Real young contributors. Obviously, Woolen at corner is one of the young studs at cornerback. They also got a linebacker, Knight at LB. I'm pretty high on.
You know what's crazy? Because I know y'all don't watch NFC West football, man, but
hold up, bro. Nah, bro, don't do that, bro. We watching all football over here, bro. We watching all football over here, bro. I got that red zone every week.
All right, man. Listen, what's interesting about that defense is they're playing like Woolen should be their best player, right? He's a stud. He's arguably playing the worst out of that unit.
That's a good point. Yeah, he's
complaining about that guy. He actually is the reason 49ers gave him a big touchdown to Pearsall. If Woolen can figure it out, I don't think you're talking about a top 5. That's a top 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? If Woolen can figure it out, and they are young. He bounced back from that Niners game though. But you're right. That was a rough go at it against Pearsall for sure. Pearsall caught him, kind of lulled him to sleep on that sideline. I know exactly what play you talk about. Yeah. But that's gonna be a good defense, man. It's impressive, bro. Well, again, like we've been saying I've been saying all day, we 3 games in, man. So, we take it for what it's worth right now. We revisit it as the season continues, and we'll see what changes. I'm sure a lot will change from now to the end of the season. So excited to see how it plays out. Any other comments, man, before we hop off the NFL for a second? Anything y'all want to get off your chest, NFL-wise?
Let's get the obituary for Jackson Dart ready because the Chargers are going to crucify this kid and at 1:00 come Sunday.
I don't think so.
Okay. Hey, you know what? Nah, I got one more NFL topic I got to hit, bro, before we get out of here, dog. Almost forgot, bro. Your man Aaron Glenn dancing on the sideline, bro. It was crazy work, bro. They put Aaron Glenn with the Earth, Wind, and Fire in the background. They had me dying, bro. I mean,
no way. You got to send it to the group chat.
I did, bro. I did. I sent that joint. It's hilarious. I'm gonna resend it, bro. The way your man was breaking it down on the sideline, like they just won the Super Bowl, dog. Almost unacceptable. Almost unacceptable as a head coach. As a coordinator, as a special teams coordinator, I might let you get away with it, bro. As a head coach, nah, bro, it's unacceptable, bro. D coordinator, maybe I can see it. Head coach, unacceptable, bro.
What?
So before we move on out of the NFL, bro. Obviously, Jets are 0-3 right now, looking like one of the worst teams in the league so far. I want to give an over/under on Aaron Glenn head coach games in the NFL. Remaining head coach games as the Jets. Bro, you know how this shit goes, bro. Y'all know how this shit goes, bro. Like, you don't get to go 0-3, dance on the sideline, and have a pretty significant variable working against you. I'm not gonna get into that variable, which I know how I feel about the leashes. I know how I feel about the leashes of the NFL. He got a short leash already, all right? Eddie Dance on the sideline, and they 0-3. Let's go over or under 10 NFL games coached. Let's go with 12. Over or under 12 NFL games coached as a head coach for Aaron Glenn. T, I'm starting with you.
Oh, he's going over. And I don't know if he's going over 4 wins, but he's going over. He's going to finish the season. Just for the simple fact that like it's just been too much turnover in that org. And they've played tough games. I mean, they just played Scruff's Super Bowl pick. You know what I'm saying? Tough game. Bills, tough game. Steelers, we don't know yet, but other than the Bills, they've played close games. So what could seal his fate is, you go out there and let's say you get blown out by the Dolphins after dancing like that. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. But if they can just keep fighting and win a few, I think, and the quarterback's hurt, right? How long is Fields down?
I don't know.
Week to week. You just had a concussion.
Aaron Glenn is a fool. And who said that? Yo, I can't see whose comment that is. Oh, that's
Bro.
Aaron Glenn is a nut, bro. Hey, maybe I went a little too low at 12. 17 is the over under. I'm redoing that, man. So that's basically saying is he making it to a second season or not? All right. Over under 17 games coached in the NFL for Aaron Glenn. Scruff, what you think, man?
I'm going with the over, man. What's up? What's going on? I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Like, you know what I'm saying? But Buddy gets excited on the sideline, and now he's unfit for coaching. Like, it's ridiculous.
Come on, bro. My man dancing like Milchick and Severance, bro.
So what, bro? So what? They need some energy in that building, bro. It's a fucking Jets, bro. Like, and I used to think they're playing pretty well considering. Yeah, they 0-3. Yeah, I agree with what T said. A lot of turnover in the building. So if y'all. I'll tell you this: if they get rid of him in the fucking one season, then they ain't never gonna be shit, bro.
Because all right, well, listen. Antonio Pierce came in with that same energy, and guess how many games he got?
There's a difference, though.
Okay. Here's
the difference, though. Antonio Pierce came in as an interim coach, right? And then he got escalated to the head coach, and then they were like, you're some shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it turns out you're some shit. You're below caliber. So fuck out of here. But basically, they brought in Aaron Glenn. He wasn't an internal promotion. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that gives him a little bit more stay. And I agree with T. I feel like if they turn over a coach in one season, that is peak dysfunction, bro. Peak.
All right, G, what you think, bro? Over under 17.
Over, bro. We still didn't even get a chance to draft his QB. He lost, I think, his left tackle. Like half of his old line before the start of the season, and to see the Jets to play like this, I mean, the Bills game, like, come on now, you knew the Bills were gonna take care of them because it's the Bills. They don't have no respect for the Jets, but to have these tough games against the Steelers and the Bucks, it kept them close. Like it goes to show, like this dude is like he's trying to create culture out there. It's the most competent Jets team we ever seen in a long time since Rex Ryan.
You crazy as hell, bro. All right, man.
No, it's true though. They've been really bad.
Saleh had them boys balling for a minute. Listen, I'm just gonna tell y'all.
If he did, then why the fuck did he just stay with his quarterback and got Aaron fucking Rodgers?
Listen, brother. I hate to break it to y'all, but it's under. All right, your man's not getting over 17 games, bro.
You got a dub on this?
I'm listening to the press conferences. He talking greasy to the media. He talking greasy about the fans and what people should expect. Hey, bro, I'm telling you, bro. I know how this story goes. I hate that it goes this way. I'm just letting y'all know.
They need to talk greasy too, man. He's fucking New York Jet fan.
Yeah.
Week 18.
There's a bunch of old Italian men from Staten Island bugging out.
Hey, week 18, he's gonna be quacking because he's gonna be a lame duck. All right, I promise y'all that. I'm gonna hate it for him. I'm just telling you, man. I'm putting my Scruffstradamus hat on right now.
So who gets fired first, Brian Daboll or Aaron Glenn?
I don't know. Brian Daboll should have been fired, so he on borrowed time, if you ask me. But Brian Daboll should be fired off the simple fact that Daniel Jones is successful right now. All right,
yes.
It should be that simple.
Bullshit, bro. How you supposed to be this quarterback guru, and then the quarterback that was on your team leaves and ends up having a fucking greatest season, revitalizing his career, bro?
Yeah, it should be that simple for him. But I'm telling y'all, man, Aaron Glenn, he does not see an 18th game coached in the NFL. All right. I wish it wasn't the case, but don't forget that the good mister told you.
I'm gonna throw someone out there too. I know G anti Giants fan now and shit, but I'm telling you, obviously they're not gonna beat the Chargers. I think the Chargers are the best team in the NFL outside the Eagles. But I think Jackson Dart throws 2 tugs in the first game. So
After his 5th interception?
no. Just stop hating. It's not becoming of you.
All right, man.
I think the Chargers are going to destroy.
They probably destroy him, but I'm just telling you, he's going to throw 2 tugs. He's going to play well.
No, he's not. They don't have an offensive line.
All right, I'll tell you what. He's going to play better than Russell Wilson.
Did Brian Daboll handpick Jackson Dart?
Yeah.
Bruh, Brian Daboll, bruh, that shit better work out if he want a job.
I think it's going to work out, bro. It's similar Josh Allen-esque kind of like, pick there. You got the kid from Ole Miss. You know what I mean? He's kind of off radar a little bit. He was kind of borderline first round talent. Josh Allen's got a rose up the draft boards from Wyoming. Like, you know what I mean? I do think that Jackson Dart is the guy. I trust my eyes when I see Jackson Dart, and I'm doubling down on the fact that he's the best quarterback in this class outside of the number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward.
I ain't sold on him, but I'll take your word for it for now.
Yeah, I ain't sold on it.
You're gonna see. You're gonna slowly see G start bringing his Giants stuff back out.
Fuck out of here.
That'd be crazy work, bro.
I think
don't think I'll
catch me
ever
with
trust
Chargers
another word that comes out of G's mouth.
I was actually on the bandwagon for the Giants. Like this, your boy Scatterboo was going crazy last week. So they doing some shit over there, bro.
The president of CTE heard you.
All right, good shit on the NFL, man. Any other NFL comments before we go into some culture topics? All right, bro. Let's get into it, man. I got a question for y'all, man. And I did kind of piggyback off of another podcast. I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, actually. And I thought they had an interesting dialogue and discourse on this next topic. So my guy, I'm a big boxing fan, man. My guy, Devin Haney, bro. I know y'all know about Devin Haney. One of the early Gas interviews. Honestly, Gas was one of the first people to really, hop on the Devin Haney hype train. This is before he was even the world champion. We saw the potential in Devin Haney. Had one of his very first interviews, on Gas. So shout out to Devin Haney for that. But recently, man, your man Devin Haney sued his ex-fiance, Lena Saeed, over $350,000 for gifts he gave her, including apparently handbags, cars, watches, jewelry, all sorts of shit, right? $350K, man, ex-fiance. He like, you not with me no more. Now I want my bread back. So my question for the panel is that a whack move or not, man? Is that a corny move or is that not a corny move, man? I gotta get the opinion of the panel on this one, man. Scruff, we're gonna start with you.
It's a whack move. In my opinion, you just gotta let it go, man. Whatever. Whatever time and money invested was in the previous relationship. Once that shit's over, just leave it. Just leave it there, bro. It's all good. Like when you go back asking for shit back and monetary funds and you're trying to get compensation and shit, or you're trying to get your lick back or whatever the fuck you're doing. You look bitter. You look silly, and you're just wasting your energy, bro. Move on with your life, bro.
You making some good points. But we are talking about $350K here, and I gotta sprinkle a little more context onto this, right? Your man Devin Haney had to watch his girl, that he was showering with all these gifts, all this bread. He had to watch her on the young thug jail calls, talking crazy, right? spilling her soul out for Young Thug while she's fully engaged to this guy Devin Haney.
Okay. I knew the name sounded familiar. She's also formerly, I don't know if y'all remember the Taz Angels. She used to be associated with them at one point too. So she had known Tatiana. You feel me? So first of all, again, I'm gonna go back to Devin Haney. This falls back on you, bro. You got to pick your women better, bro. Like his taste of women is not good. Like, you dated Lena Saeed, who's basically was a glorified, basically a hoe. And then India Love, who I'm not gonna say nothing negative about her, but she's who she is. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing negative about her. You
nothing negative about her.
I see what you did there.
But we know who she is. She's like a shorty that's known for being with dudes. And
a shorty that's known for being a shorty.
Yeah, basically. So like that's the type that he got. He like eye candy. You know what I mean? And like, you messing with that kind of shit, you get that kind of problems. And that's what you're gonna get with those type of women, bro. So, go. And I don't know if he's ever gonna find a woman like that, but I mean, it seems like that's what he's into. So like he's fishing in the wrong pond, and he's like, okay, now you're mad because she's doing out here choosing, but you pick and choosing ass bitches.
Yeah, I mean, $350, that's a lot, especially when I hear you on the jail call with Doug. But I feel you though. I do feel you. T, what you think about this one, man?
Man, look, man. I'm not even mad at bro.
I ain't mad at him.
I'm not. Give me that bread back, man. Give me that bread back. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you out here doing, bro? They got you out here talking to Young Thug or like
crazy work,
bro. I'm knocking people out. He in jail. like, what are we talking about here? Like, that's crazy. First of all, I think bro realized he made a mistake. A Taz Angel. All right. Before there was OnlyFans, right? And after there was Bishop Don Juan and Pimpin' Ken. There was an era of these fake influencer type women. You know what I'm saying? That the Taz Angels kind of birthed the star tenders. Like, these women are prostitutes, bro. Like, there's no talking around it. Like, these women were for sale. Your Taz is a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like Charlie's Angels. Like, how are you Taz's Angels? That means you are in his possession. He can do whatever he wants, and they're making money. You know what I'm saying? Taz Angels pop up at a rapper's pool party or a video or a club. Like, bro, we know what it is, man. You had a baby while one, and that's the thing, man. Taylor's old as time. You trying to save him. You out here. Listen, man. The nature is the nature. Like, you can't change a person's nature. All right, like, dang. So you charge it to the game and give me my refund, give me my money back, and you know better, so you do better moving forward. I ain't mad at Devin Haney because some people would have cried, some people would have been simping, some people would have begged for it back, some people would have said, "Hey, baby, don't do it again." He said, "Nah, hey Slim, give me that bread back."
Hey, cuz you can't charge it to the game and ask for a refund. It's one or the other, bro.
No.
That's crazy.
Don't they have a kid?
I'm not sure about that part.
Yeah, they have a kid, man. That's big moms.
I thought they had a kid together.
They have a kid. They have a kid.
That's
Got a whole kid on the tape for Young Thug pouring her soul out, man. Like, Devin Haney don't exist.
So you locked up. She tried to say it before Devin Haney. Either way, bro. Like, you locked in for 18 years with a Taz Angel. She's going to find a way to make money. She don't need that $350. That's nothing to her. Give me that bread back.
Yeah, it's just another check, bro. It's another check for her. And that's how these women operate.
See, these young guns are stupid. Floyd showed us when it was showing full access on HBO what he used to do to these ladies, man. He used to keep the receipt and give these girls these gifts. So when they left them, he stated, even the girls will state, like, yo, he keeps all of it because he has a receipt. So we can't keep it. He'll literally lavish these women and then once he's longer, I mean, they're not no friends no more. He's like, I'm taking my shit, I'm out. So these young boys are, man, listen, they need to go talk to Floyd and ask him how he did it. I mean, sue him, man. Get your monies, man. Fuck all that. And plus, I heard she was stealing money from him or something like that, allegedly. She tried to say some domestic violence with him as well.
He just ain't living right, bro. Keep it a being with you. You know you talking all that. All that whole. He's vocal about his faith, right? You know what I mean? That's one thing I noticed about him. But then you're showing up with India Love. You're showing up with you might as well go date bundle of Britney and put her back in a motherfucking date Britney Renner and put her in a hijab. You know what I'm saying at this point? Because that's what you're doing. Like, let's get real, bro. Like, go get you a good woman, bro.
I don't know, man. For a minute, I was on the fence about this one. I can see it both ways. With 350, you want to tape the Young Thug pouring your soul out? Nah.
That hurts more than anything, man. Where you giving a shorty your whole life?
Because it's like this, yo. This is the thing, right? Let's say you was to get engaged, right? You get shorty a ring, right? Now the engagement's off. Should she have to give the ring back? Like, niggas want that ring? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of dudes gonna want that ring back. So
this is always a conversation. To me, the man should have the ring back. I got
right, so the man to have the ring back, why shouldn't I have my 350 back? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, especially considering the circumstance. But I can see it both ways. Interesting conversation, man. Appreciate y'all for chiming on that one because it's an interesting one. Any closing words on that one?
Listen, man. She got a sister named Ruby, another Taz Angel that was locked up for prostitution. Get your money, Devin.
Hey, where his daddy at, man? Pause. Where his dad at? Like, wasn't his dad be everywhere? His dad don't put no common sense to him. Like, yo, son, like, yo, wrap up, man.
Probably they Afghanistanian or Afghan.
Yeah, I'm about to say is they I don't know what their backstory is, but Arabic folks.
See, this is why you gotta respect.
Well, you talking about Devin Haney's dad,
man.
This
is why you gotta respect Jaden Daniels' mom.
Saeed sisters.
She's looking out for her son.
Clearly failed in life.
Nah, facts, yo. Jaden Daniels' mom would never allow this.
Yeah, man. And look at his daddy. His daddy probably a homeboy too. Like, yeah, son, you go get that. You go get that. You go get that. Fucking it, man. Shout out to Mrs. Daniels, man. Looking out for her son, cause she know her son a dummy too with the ladies. Sometimes, man, you just need someone to chaperone you.
Chill, bro. Chill, Jaden. That's that boy right there. All right, hey, let's keep it in boxing. Let's keep it in boxing for a minute, man. Big announcement over the weekend that we kind of knew was coming, right? But we got Jake Paul versus Tank Davis, man. I just want to gauge y'all's interest level on this fight. Apparently, they got 12-ounce gloves. When you saw them standing next to each other, I ain't gonna lie, it looked like a giant next to a midget. You know what I'm saying? It looked crazy. It don't even like they should be fighting for real. But what's y'all's interest level, man? And do you think that Tank can be the one to finally put a real stop to this Jake Paul mess? G, I know you a boxing fan. What do you think about this one?
Shit is bullshit, man. Fuck you, Tank. You should have gave me that rematch, you fucking bum. Can't even call you a bum because you're not a bum. But fuck you, dude. You had a better rematch instead of this bum ass shit. Man, I hope nobody watches this garbage shit. And to any establishment charges you an entry fee to watch this bullshit, man, eat a bowl of the yam means. I hate this shit. This is why boxing sucks sometimes.
But the funny thing about G's statement is I know for a fact G is gonna watch it. Like I know for a fact that he can say it now, bro. But I guarantee you G will be watching that shit.
Man, I'm gonna watch them Instagram clips you guys send me, but I ain't watching this god awful shit, man. Come on, let's be serious, man. Let's be serious.
Well, I'll tell you this: I for one will definitely be watching it. I will 100% be watching that, and I will be hoping
I'm gonna call you a casual
that Tank delivers the knockout blow. All right, T, what you think about this one, bro?
I mean, this is a joke, bro. If Paul can't knock Tank out, he shouldn't even be in the ring, man. Like, Tank is 5'5", 135. It's men to have larger wives than that. All right. Jake Paul is 6'1", 200 pounds. Like, he's the size. If he played football, he'd be a starting safety. Like, he should be able to demolish Tank. 6'1", bro. 5'5", 135.
Yeah, but that's his fight weight, man. He ain't walking around at 135. He probably could be closer to 165.
But this is an exhibition. Like there really is no weight to this. This is just a bunch of just go in there.
Now they do have a catch weight. They do have a catch weight of I think it's
What?
195. So Jake Paul can't be over 195.
And Tank is never gonna get near any of that size. 195, bro.
Right, but I'm saying like Tank gonna be around probably 160, 165. Look, we just saw Bud Crawford give that work to Canelo, and he was probably during the fight, he was probably 15, 20 pounds less than Canelo. During this fight, Tank will probably be 30, 40 pounds less than Jake Paul, but Tank got dynamite in his hands, bro. Tank got that dynamite in his hands, bro. And Jake Paul is, decent of a fighter. I ain't gonna say decent. As good of a fighter as he's shown that he is, bro, he's not elite. Tank is an elite fighter, dog. Like, I don't know, bro. I'm not just going. If Tank comes in serious and trying to win the fight and trying to knock him out, there's a chance that Tank could take his head off, bro. Straight up.
What's the odds Tank can take a punch from a 200-pounder?
Well, that's the question. Can Jake Paul land something on Tank? If he lands something cleanly, then yeah. But if Tank,
so how entertaining is that
bro,
going to be? He's just missing the whole time.
If Tank lands something clean, bro, especially with his walk around weight, which is probably going to be closer to 165, 170, he could take Jake's head off, bro. Great up.
The only thing I find intriguing in this fight is both fighters have a lot to lose if they hit the mat. So other than that, man, like, I don't really care to see it. It doesn't advance boxing. You're creating more of a spectacle in a time of too many spectacles. Like, everything is content. Like, man, we just watched one of the best boxing matches we've seen in a long time. And the next thing we get is similar to WWE. So
that was not one of the best boxing matches we've seen in a long time. That was a one-sided rout of two of the best fighters we've seen.
It meant something. It was, you know what I mean? I get what you're saying. It wasn't.
No, I mean, coming in, it was two great names, bro, but it was not one of the best boxing matches we've seen.
It was one of the most meaningful fights we've seen in a while.
All right, I'll take that. Let's put it like this. This could end up being a better fight than the fight that we seen. That's straight up, bro. Like,
no, you smoking.
Why, bro? Like, I just watched Terrence Crawford 9 rounds of 3 this guy Canelo, bro. I don't think there's any way that Tank gets in here and loses 9 rounds of 3 to Jake Paul. Bless you, Scrub.
Thank you.
Bro, how good of a fight would this be if Tank is just dodging this shithole? You know how when we talk about Shakur and how we make fun of his fights because it's so boring because all he do is play defense and taps here, taps there, punch jabs here, jabs there. Bro, this fight could look like that. Are you gonna really watch it to the end of the? You're gonna probably just after round 3, you're not watching that shit no more.
Oh no, I'm absolutely watching every round of this.
So if Tank don't go in there and fight, bro, I'm gonna lose a lot of respect.
Wait, you're gonna lose respect if the man that you just claimed was 135 doesn't go in there and brawl someone that's 200 pounds?
Yeah, because to me, 2 things. It signals that you're just there for a check, and the next thing it signals is you don't have the heart of a warrior. Because some of these other boxers, Tyson, some of these other greats would have went out on their sword. Maybe not a Mayweather, but some of these other guys would have said, nah, no way.
Bro, we watched Tyson go walk around the ring with Jake Paul and not even try to throw a punch. All right.
You watched him as a senior citizen. And everything in his heart wanted to fight. You know what I'm
saying? The mind just couldn't connect with the body. Nah, I won't deny that. But yeah, I mean, first off, I'm not mad at Tank for taking this fight, bro. Because if you offer me 100 M's, I'm fighting Deontay Wilder. Nigga. All right? Like, I don't care who it is. Bro. 100 M's, I'm getting in the ring, bro. All right, so I'm not mad at Tank for taking the fight. This is probably the biggest payday he'll ever get in his life. And I truly do believe, although, Jake should be favored just off weight alone, I truly do believe if Tank catches him on that chin, he can take his head off, bro.
Wait, are we really saying here that Tank is going to lose this?
I mean, well, T said that earlier that Jake should beat him just off weight alone. I don't disagree with that when we just look at the weight. I feel like if we look at the skill, if you saw them 2 men standing next to each other, bro, in that press conference like I did, it looked very unfair. All right.
Bro, I've seen the same shit, bro. No, it doesn't even matter, bro. This dude is not even skilled enough to punch Tank, let alone like combat somebody that is known to hit somebody hard.
Bro, I think that's where you're wrong. When you say he's not skilled enough to touch Tank, I definitely disagree with that. If Jake Paul made Tyron Woodley look like he never fought a day in his life. All right,
Bro, that shit is staged, bro. He even said it himself, it's staged. What are you talking about?
You don't stage a
Bro.
CT level knockout. All right.
Bro, this
There's
dude's
certain
not
things that
even
can be
ranked.
staged.
They're too ranking. So where you have this guy ranked at then?
I don't have him ranked. I don't have
So
him
then,
ranked.
so what are you talking about? You're talking about a ranked championship fighter compared to a non-ranked, a new pro boxer. All of a
Jake
sudden, he's supposed to do
Jake has
damage to a ranked pro
fights on the
fighter.
belt right now,
Do
and
you
he's
hear
coming
the
in.
words that are coming out of your mouth?
No, I definitely do. Jake's got a 40-pound, maybe 50-pound, anywhere between 30 to 50-pound weight
Bro, the
advantage.
last time he fought somebody that was considered his weight class and that was a pro was Tyson Fury brother, and he wasn't even a pro, and we saw what he did to him.
Tyson Fury brother is definitely a pro. First of all,
And what happened to him?
bro, it was a split decision.
No, it wasn't. It was a knockout.
He didn't knock him out.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't, bro. No, he
Bro,
didn't.
it wasn't
bro.
a split.
What are you
I'm telling
talking
you, it
about?
was a
He didn't.
knockout.
He didn't knock him out, bro. He didn't knock him out. It was
Bro.
it was actually a hell of a fight, bro. A split decision where one of the refs gave it to Jake Paul, two of the refs gave it to Tommy Fury. Did you watch the fight? Like the joint was actually a close ass fight, bro. And Tommy Fury is a pro with 30 fights, brother of Tyson Fury. And let's not forget, bro, Jake Paul's fresh off beating Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., another legitimate
Another
fighter.
old fighter that was a horrible fighter. He only got his name because of his father. Yo, dude. I'm not. You're gonna make me mad because
Bro, this
this
is a guy.
dude is not a fighter.
This is a guy with 55 professional bouts, over 55.
Bro, he got a
professional
title
bouts.
fight because of his name of his father. That's everybody in Mexico could tell you that he was
Bruh,
getting the fight
He
because of
fought
his father.
Canelo. He fought Canelo.
And
Like,
Canelo,
what are we
and
talking
Canelo
about
didn't
here,
want to
bro?
knock him out because of his father. Canelo
Come
even
on,
said,
bro.
to the respect of his father, I'm
He
not going to
didn't
hurt
knock
his
him
son.
out. He didn't knock him out.
Exactly
Canelo
what I
couldn't
just
knock
said.
him
He
out,
didn't
bro.
knock him out for the respect of his father.
All right,
Canelo said in an interview, I'm not gonna hurt his son in front of the legendary father that he has. I respect his dad way too much to hurt him.
I don't know about
Come
that.
on, bro. Man,
I
you
don't
talking
know
about a
about that.
bum.
I don't
Talking
know
about
about
a
that.
YouTube celebrity, bro, that has no business being in the ring with a real championship fighter.
Look,
And to
bro,
try
all
to
I'm
make it
saying
sound
is
like it's a fight is ridiculous.
Jake Paul has beaten legitimate boxers, and if you want to take that away
He
from him,
hasn't. He
he
hasn't.
has, bro.
He hasn't. Because there were unsanctioned fights, so they don't even count. He's
And he
better
went-
off fighting a
And he
bum.
went
Go fight a
8
bum.
rounds with Tommy Fury, bro. Like Jake Paul is not a bum when it comes to boxing, and that's where
Yes, he
people.
is. He's a bum.
He's not
Compared to
bum,
pros,
bro.
he's a bum. There's
He's
nothing you
not a
gonna tell me that's gonna convince me he's a bum.
He's not a bum.
He's a bum.
Bro. Is he picking and choosing his fights for sure? But he's not a bum, dog.
He's a bum. You
All
just
right.
try to say that he just fought like a prime Mike Tyson all of a sudden. Like
I
he
didn't
fought
say
Mike
he fought a
Tyson.
prime- I
He
didn't say
fought Mike Tyson, guys. He could do something with him. The Mike Tyson that should have walked out there with a wheelchair, but he fought Mike Tyson.
no. That's not what I said, bro. And I'm not saying he fought a prime anybody. What I'm saying is Jake Paul has beaten a legit body. If you want to take everything away from him, fine. But I don't think you watched the Tommy Fury fight because you said he knocked him out. I really don't think you've ever watched it, so I don't really trust what you're saying. So we'll just leave it at that. Like if you're not
Let's leave
watching
it
it,
at that.
if you're not watching, you're just going off what you think should happen because of the name. Then that's one thing. But I'm actually watching all these fights, bro. Jake Paul has power. Jake Paul has speed. Jake Paul is low-key a legitimate fighter. Is he great? No. But he's got a 50-pound weight advantage over Tank. So it should be interesting to me. I'm tuning in. And I'll be willing to bet money that G's tuning in too.
You just don't bet no money. You gonna end up like my man's life saving over there.
Yeah, all right. I'm pretty sure you're tuning in.
Don't bet no money.
I'm pretty sure you're tuning in, bro. You just
I'm
talking
pretty
shit
sure
right
I'm
now.
not.
You'll
I'm
be
pretty
watching.
sure I'm not.
This has the potential to be kind of boring, man. Tank likes to start his fight slow. He's a counter puncher. Like, if this actually ends up in fireworks, I'd be surprised, man. But
Bro, I think this could be about as entertaining as Crawford Canelo.
well, along some of the lines that the country's been going lately, sure.
That's
bro.
the story.
I'm just saying, bro. Like Crawford Canelo wasn't the most like entertaining fight ever, bro.
right?
I enjoyed it. I'm a boxing fan, so I enjoy watching the sport. I'm gonna watch the sport if it's on. Like I'm gonna enjoy Tank versus Jake Paul personally.
This could be a turning point in Paul's career.
Yeah. And Jake Paul's fought some legitimate boxers, but don't let G, who doesn't even watch the shit and just comments, tell you what's going on, bro. He's fought some real boxers, dog. Like, and then he made Tyron Woodley look like he never fought a day in his life. He's knocked out the MMA dudes who claimed to have hands and claimed that they were going to knock him out. He's knocked multiple of them guys out. Like, you can't trust somebody that's not actually watching.
All of a sudden, I'm gonna take a fight with an MMA fighter in a boxing match, and like, fuck it. That's like a great example, but that's not his sport. But he fought an MMA boxer, an MMA fighter. It's not his sport.
Bruh, yeah, I mean, obviously it's not his sport, but that's not the point, dog. The point is that he's knocking dudes out. Like, it's not okay. If Tyron Woodley, who we know has hands, who we know is like a legitimate fighter, he's supposed to make light work. Everyone was saying he was gonna make light work of Jake Paul. That was supposed to be light work, bro. If Jake Paul was the joke that you claim he is, it's light work. But it's not. He's knocking these dudes out, bro.
So did he fight Nate Robinson too? I'm assuming I remember right correctly. He knocked Nate Robinson out, right?
That was his second fight ever.
But Nate Robinson, he's an NBA player, guys.
That was his second fight ever. He knocked him out in like 30 seconds.
But that's an NBA player, guys.
Tyron Woodley.
That's an NBA player. That's an NBA player.
He beat Nate Diaz.
NBA, yeah, that too. Nate Diaz too. Fuck it. All in unrespected sports, but fuck it. You know, matter of fact, he about to go fight me next to a UPS driver.
Yeah,
he knocking niggas out. He knocking anything that's brown and dark out.
3 seconds with Jake Paul, boy.
Fuck it. But he knocked me out, bro. He knocked me out, bro. He knocked me out. He that nice. He knocked me out.
Yes.
Fuck it.
Odds minus 30,000.
Odds money at 100 million.
All right, man. Let's see what else we got on the docket, man. Okay, last thing. We got to touch on NBA before we get out of here, bro. Fred VanVleet injury, man. Huge blow to the Rockets, dog. Like, obviously they signed KD this offseason. There was some high hopes for the Rockets, man. I don't know, bro. I feel like KD is probably like shaking his head right now, bro. If I'm KD, I'm hurt, bro, because I really thought that VanVleet, KD is the vets with them young guys, Thompson, Shepard, Tari Eason. Like, I had high hopes for this team, bro. Do y'all feel like the VanVleet injury pretty much knocks the Rockets out of any sort of contention this season?
No. I think it's a big loss, though. I think it hurts the backcourt a little bit. Backcourt looking a little – front court crazy, bro. They might got to shift one of those 6'9" guys out of there, ship one of those guys out of there and get another guard. If Reed Shepard isn't, what we would hope that he would be. Now, there's opportunity here, though. Reed Shepard might come in here and just ball out, bro. Like, a lot of us were very high on Reed Shepard. So we'll see. We shall see. We're going to see what Reed Shepard going to be, though. But if he not, then they probably got to make some moves. Like, but they got guys, bro. They got assets. So to me, it's not a big deal because you can go get another guard. And there's guards out there. You know what I mean? Shit. Last I checked, Markelle Fultz was unemployed. So
what?
Yeah,
he's not bad. What you mean? You tripping?
But that's what they would have to do because, like, where they are, like, against the cap, they really can't make too many more moves unless they trade like one of their big pieces. So it would have to be some sort of free agent. I don't even know if they can sign, like, they don't even have like a mid-level exception. It had to be like vet minimum type of thing. So that might have to be it, a Markelle Fultz type. T, what you think, bro? Fred VanVleet killed the chances of the Rockets. I mean, I thought they was poised to make a run this season with VanVleet and KD and the young boys. What you thinking?
Nah, you just slide Whitmore into the starting lineup, or
Whitmore's on the Wizards now.
Oh, Whitmore out of there?
Yeah, he's on my Wizards.
Yeah, he got traded.
So who's? Well, Reed got to play the one. Who's the backup? Is it
It's gonna have to be Reed, bro. It's gonna have to be Reed Shepard. Y'all know I was high. Scruff said a few was high. That was low key shot at me. I was very high on Reed Shepard. So it's now or never for Reed.
I like the kid.
I mean, I guess you could. Honestly, you could probably play Reed at the one, and you might could play KD at the 2. I mean, at the 3. Play Jabari at the 4. and
It's really how you play. Because the thing about having KD is like you could really like he could bring the ball up, bro. Like not like all the time. No, I agree. No, I'm not saying he's the one. Like Reed Shepard's still your one, but like a lot of times KD, like when you have guys like KD, LeBron, Giannis, like they handle the ball.
But I mean, what losing Van does is you effectively take a shooter off the court, and a guy high IQ is gonna play defense. I mean, you drafted Reed, though, so you drafted him high, so it's time to go.
They drafted him very high. Was he number 3 overall?
Yeah, right. It's
The
time.
whole league in the G League. The whole
It's
season in the
time.
G League.
It's time, bro. It's time. We're gonna see what he about, bro. He might just be fucking nasty, bro. I mean, last I seen him at Kentucky, he was pretty good. He had some moments during the league. I think they're gonna be all right, bro.
I was talking to Reezy about Reed coming in that draft, but he did not live up to my hype. G, what do you think?
He hasn't had the opportunity yet, though. And Amen Thompson is still that guy. And matter of fact, what we tripping? Why Amen Thompson can't play the one?
I mean, I don't think the issue isn't going to be who can play the one. It's going to be the rotation. Like you're going to have to play more minutes for like Tari. I don't know who they got. Ogie, Finney Smith. Like they're top heavy. So your role players, when you start subbing, you might get cooked.
Where's Chris Paul at?
40 minutes.
What happened to Chris Paul? Did he sign with the
Spurs?
I don't even think Chris Paul signed right now.
Well, there you go.
I don't
know what I mean,
nah, he's with the Clippers.
Clippers, yeah. Facts.
Oh yeah, it's true. He did go back. I mean, whoever plays the point for these guys is gonna have an easy job, man. You got KD there. Just look for who the fuck your best shooters are. KD. I mean, Amen Thompson. Did he get better at shooting? I know that was like his weakest fault. His defense was like phenomenal, but his shooting prowess got better. See, a better 3-point shooter, a better jump shot. His mid-range better.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know. That's 2K talk right there, man. You gotta have a person to steer the ship, bro. Like you can't just be like, what's his shooting rating? Like, nah, bro. Like Fred VanVleet, veteran point guard, like
I mean,
to play the
has
game.
the head coach has been known to use a point guard anyways?
Who?
So they saying Amen Thompson is gonna be the primary playmaker now. But I'll also see it out here is the one guy who is a free agent, Russell Westbrook.
Oh, that's
crazy.
No, we're not doing that again. You're not doing that.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. That shit would be lit. Bring KD and Russ back.
That would be fire. Bring Russ off the bench.
That would be fire, bro.
Bring Russ off the bench, man.
I thought Russ was gonna get signed by the Knicks. Wasn't he like in New York and getting like?
Nah, I never heard
they're
that.
giving him a good treatment. Like, was it the Nets? Was it the Nets that were trying to sign him? One of those two New York teams was trying to sign Westbrook.
I heard the Kings was trying to sign him.
Oh, now the Kings, Jesus Christ!
Not now the Kings. Been the Kings the whole summer. But
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but Russ going to Houston, reuniting with KD in the same place that James Harden left him for, that'd be lit, bro.
Yeah, Jeff Teague said he thinks they should target Westbrook.
I like it. That'd be a crazy reuniting right there.
It would, man. Westbrook got a chip.
No.
Hmm.
I mean, how good would Houston be against the Thunders then?
Listen, this is a chance for Amen Thompson to become a premier player.
Yeah, Amen Thompson about to take that leap for sure. Amen Thompson, Reed is going to have. They should be primed to have really good years. Thompson about to make the All-Star team.
Bro. That's going to be a lot on a young player's shoulders, though. Like VanVleet knows how to carry.
Don't they got like a baby
knows how to
Jokic
carry a team.
on that roster too?
Yeah, Sengun.
Sengun, so it's like, all right, man, if Sengun could pass, like, I mean, if you call him the baby
They're
Joker,
gonna be all right. Yeah, they're gonna be all right.
yeah, they're gonna be all right, man. So it look like they don't really need a point guard. Like what I tried to state earlier, it looks like you just need to.
The thing is, like,
open man.
the point guard aspect can be filled in. The veteran shooting aspect does hurt. The veteran presence does hurt. But you do have.
He's still there. It's
You
not
do
like
have
he's not gonna be with the bench.
You do have KD.
You do have KD. But
Yeah,
I just
that's
think it's
what
a
I'm
lot
saying.
more. It's a lot more on KD's shoulders now. I thought the fit with VanVleet was about to be lit.
Yeah, it was. It would have been. Well, I mean, is he done for the year?
Yeah, torn ACL.
Ooh, during practice?
I don't know when, but I know it's a torn ACL.
I mean, it's the NBA season ain't started yet, man. There's wild trades that could happen. And we seen that last year. Let's not forget about that.
Nah, bro. But if you look at like the Rockets cap situation, they can't make any real moves without getting rid of a major piece. That's the problem. They would have to get rid of like an Amen or even a KD or somebody like that to make a real move. It's the way they've handicapped themselves. As far as
Did they turn into the new Suns, basically?
No, they can trade Jabari Smith.
Yeah, they could trade the Jabari, but then that's
not trading the young talent.
Yeah, that's one of your young pieces that you hoping was gonna get you there.
Yeah, I get that, but they got a lot of guys. They got a lot of 6'9" forwards, bro. That's all I know.
I mean, you just play Reed and bro, make it shake. Like,
what happened to that short kid that Marcus Smart? Where he's at?
Ain't Smart. Is Smart in Memphis, maybe? I don't know.
Now we traded him somewhere.
Because that would have been because I know he knows the head coach, so that would have fit perfectly.
He with the Lakers. Marcus Smart with the Lakers.
Ooh. Oh damn!
Either way, it's about to be interesting, bro.
Only available, bro. Russ the only one, and Malik Beasley. You don't want him.
Hey, but definitely, quick recovery.
Well, you do want Malik Beasley.
Low-key one of my favorite players in the league, man. So I'm salty I'm not gonna be able to get to watch and play there. I always like watching VanVleet, dog. Like,
hey, Campaign ain't get signed either.
Man, he not moving the needle, bro. I don't hear nothing about no damn Campaign.
They don't need anybody to move the needle, though. They just need somebody that's going to fill in the depth chart because they got guys, bro. I feel good about Amen Thompson and Reed Shepard.
All right, we'll see, bro. We'll see. I like Amen. I'm not sure he's ready to take that like lead playmaker role for a team making a deep run. And Reed was on the G League all last season, so that tells me all I got to know about his development thus far. As high as I was on him. I feel like this is a huge blow to the Rockets, probably a pretty big blow to KD too, who at this point is playing for legacy, bro. We being honest. He went to the Rockets because that's like a ready-made team if you just add KD. And now with no VanVleet, I think that hurts their prospects. But we'll see.
Hold on, before we leave, right? Do we see Devin Booker leave the Suns, or he's just gonna stick it out?
He's under contract.
Yeah, but people get traded.
Seems like he's gonna work. They're gonna be all right.
Nah, he gonna stay.
Yeah, they're not.
Stay.
All right, man. Wait, man. Quick recovery to VanVleet. We'll see how it works out for the Rockets, man. Any other closing comments before we get out of here tonight, fellas? All right, y'all know how we in each and every